Hello viewers, you're welcome to Economy Today on TVRC. I am your host for today, Olaniwun Oluwatobiloba is my name. And with me here, I have Dr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you on set with us today once again. We're going to be talking today, we're going to be talking about micro, small and medium enterprises, popularly called MSMEs, and the secular flow of income, which is the heartbeat of Nigeria's economic development. So to get started, because we want to find out the relationship between MSMEs and secular flow of income and how interwoven these concepts are and how relevant as well they are towards Nigeria's economic development. So to get started, Doctor, I would like to ask, what exactly does MSMEs signify, especially here in Nigeria?
Well, it's an acronym, an acronym used for business owners in Nigeria. And it has its own, diversified connotation. For example, when you look at the micro enterprise, you're talking about business owners who has up to you're talking about 1 to 9 employees.
Yeah.
That's for micro. While for the small enterprise, you're looking at employees within the from 10 to 49 employees. And again, for the medium enterprise, we're talking about here employees that are up to 250. So it's just an acronym, like I said, used for business owners in Nigeria.
Okay, so I would like to ask, when you are looking at, let's look at, for example, in Nigeria, where we have traders that dabble or that sell pepper, tomatoes, foodstuff here and there in certain markets, different markets in Nigeria. Where exactly would you classify?
Most of them are micro. They are micro.
I see.
They are micro.
So I would like to.
Don't forget, we also have some who we could categorize as small business owners. Like those who with 3 or 4 employees.
Okay.
They are all under small enterprise. Like those who operate all those provision stores. Even some pharmacy stores. These are, when you look at those with from 1 to 9
employees.
That's for micro.
For micro.
While from 10 to 49
for small
business owners.
Thank you very much. So please, I would like to ask, Doctor, what exactly is the relationship between MSMEs and the secular flow of income, the concept of the secular flow of income in a particular economy? And I want you to also, expand on, how it is relevant to Nigeria's economy and how it impacts Nigeria's economy as well.
When you talk about this secular flow of income, you are simply referring to, the movement of currency, the movement of money and resources within a particular business.
Beautiful.
That's exactly what that implies. Secular flow, from the word flow, secular flow of income. And again, you talk about the SMSC. They are all, like I said, they are all entangled. They are all intertwined. Where you cannot run a business without secular flow of income, because currency are used to transact business or businesses generally. So without the currency, there won't be nothing. There won't be any flow. It is the movement of this money from one position to another position that arises to secular flow of income. And this has to be done within a particular business or within a particular enterprise. So when you expound that, when you remove it from a business, then it's as more or less like you're running a charity. It is when you are doing a charity, that's when something has to be given for free. But if it's a business, if it's an enterprise, if it's a venture, it has to encapsulate, it has to come with a flow of currency. So that's the similarities. They are all intertwined. They are all entangled. Like I said, they are all birds of same primate. They move together, all within the same bonus.
Okay.
So, like I said, they are all, they
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Doctor. I would like to add to what you said just now. So, is it safe to say that there is a triangle for this secular flow of income between the household, between businesses, and as well as the government as well? So, it's safe to say that, right?
Yes, there's a triangle.
It flows that
That's
way.
correct.
Beautiful. So, I would like to ask finally, how do you think production and diversification can be channeled towards improving micro, small and medium enterprises in Nigeria?
Do you know, it takes initiative to run a business. It takes wisdom to lead a community, and it is always on the safer side. I mean, it's good to be on the safer side when you open up your community for business, and it has to come with the initiative of those who are very creative in that community. Some people used to say government has no business in government. That's not correct. That's a fallacy of the century. Government has business has business in government. So what am I saying in essence is that when you look at diversification, it is not right when you put your egg in just one basket. Take a look at Nigeria. We have Ministry of Solid Minerals. How much are we making from that particular ministry? We have Ministry of Agriculture. How much are we making from the Ministry of Agriculture? But because now we not want to pitch our tent on that petroleum alone, because that's where we are getting the icing on the cake. How many can everybody be opportune to work under that Ministry of Petroleum? No. If we have people that are working under Ministry of Petroleum, then we have to encourage others to move into the Ministry of the Solid Minerals. From Zamfara to Osun State, do you know the number of goats that are deposited on our lands? And we are not taking advantage of us. Take a look at, was it not recently we discovered the petroleum was discovered in Gombe, to the shock of all and sundry. Look at the Nasarawa over there, lithium, because battery is the future of the world now. People are talking about electric cars. Take a look at how much billions that can accrue to our reserves, to our reserve in this country. But we just choose to put our egg in one basket. Petroleum, to the extent that people will do anything for petroleum. So like I said, back to your question. Production, when you talk about production, diversification, when you produced, then you engage people. When you engage people, people are, don't forget the idle hand, the devil's workshop. When people are engaged, they are able to make money. And when they make money, the money flows into the hands of business owners. For example, if you're working as a miner, you are not going to hit what you find, whatever you are able to discover under the soil. It's not where you got what you are going to feed with. But you are able to trade with what you are able to discover. Then you get more money into your pocket, into your hand. Then you are able to transact with the currency that you have within your means. Then you transact it with the business owners. Then that's why you now see that flow of currency. So, but this has to be done when we are able to diversify. Then we are able to open up our community for a whole lot of businesses. We make more money. We put money in our reserves. Everybody laugh to their homes. It's not a situation where your take home cannot take you near home. That's what we are practicing at the moment. That's why ASU is murmuring, NASU complaining, SANU, they are not finding it funny. The technology, the residential doctors, they are very aggrieved. Everybody is angry. NLC, they are all agitating. Protest upon protest. They are even tired at the moment. Nobody is going to complain anymore. Everybody is taking it to their, is taking it as destiny. That perhaps Nigeria is destined to operate under this very hard economy. If we refuse to think outside the box, this is exactly what we keep witnessing.
Yes.
But if we are going to enjoy, what it means to be a Nigerian, we want to enjoy this country, we need to think creatively, we need to think critically, to look at how we can encourage production like you raised, and encourage also our government to diversify. Number two, it is not a situation where somebody is doing a kind of open a tailor store beside your house, and all of a sudden you see 3, 4, 5 people also pitching doing the same thing. It is common in Nigeria. Someone just opened a pharmacy store beside at the particular street. Before you know it, 6, 7 people want to have also pharmacy stores. That is not the way to go. We have to learn how to diversify. Like I said, what the problem we are currently facing in this country is that of leadership. If we get it right at the leadership level, of course we also have some followership crisis here and there. But if we're able to get it, take a look at what's happening in Nigeria now. The only ministry that is championed, headed by the president, is that of petroleum.
Ministry of Petroleum.
What is so? In short, the money we can raise, more times 5 of money got it from petroleum, from solid minerals. I just said that lithium, that battery is the future of the world. To the extent that people are not talking about that, even all the current vehicles on the road, that they are obsolete in some countries. People are talking about green energy, green pure energy. People don't want to see anything that has to do with emission of carbon, fluorofluoro. That's why people want to maintain their weather condition, the so-called the ozone layer, the depletion of the ozone layer through the emission of carbon. People want to make sure that it is preserved by embracing green energy. Are we going to fold our arms and we say people developing and we don't want to develop? So it's begging the question. So like I said, if we are going to encourage, we have to encourage production, so that people will be engaged and they're able to get the money, and then there will be a kind of a flow in the currency. And again, diversification must be encouraged. We must encourage, because it has to be done from the government and also reasonably from part of the followers too. Because when we diversify, then we are able to serve the Jews from other areas. Because if we fail to go into solid minerals, how are we going to know that we have diamond, that we have gold, that we have silver, that we have what's it called, all these beautiful stones that are deposited? How are we going to know we have them? It's because we are not putting our attention on all those beautiful things God has created. God has blessed Africa, man. Look at our timbers. There's nothing you can do with timbers. Look at our sunlight. We are not even creating the solar panel. So we talk about solar panel. We wait for those who does not even have sun to create the panel for us. Who does that? We are supposed to champion that. Africa can comfortably live, can comfortably enjoy 24 hours electricity supplies if only we think creatively. Look at the sun. Do you know in a country like Singapore, they don't have water in Singapore. They used to import water to Singapore.
Interesting.
But we never heard of maybe the people going thirsty in that country, because over time they've been able to, develop means how to make sure that they have it they are in the surplus.
Make sure it is available.
But here, it is only here the way we have a erratic power supply. We have power supply for 3 or 4 days. The moment the PSCN restored power, everybody shout up NEPA, as if they've done something new. So it's quite unfortunate. So like I said, production, we help to get people engaged. When they are engaged, there'll be a free flow of currency into the hands of the people.
Thank you so much, Doctor. In fact, for the final question, you've already begun to answer the question, but for the purpose of the audience, I would just like to ask, after all, what exactly do you think is the role, or what do you believe is the role of the government towards achieving all what we've talked about, especially regarding production, diversification, and ensuring that that circular flow of income is continuous? Well,
outside what I've said, we have to have the government must create an enabling environment where people will thrive, where economy will thrive, where industrialization will thrive. A secure environment where farmers can go to the farm. In a situation where, you see, a country that is experiencing insecurity will do little or nothing. Today it is one chaos or the other. We are fighting insurgency, war, internal crisis, internal crisis within crisis, communal clashes here and there, elders farmers clash, Boko Haram insurgency. We are fighting, kidnapping, banditry here and there. Business we only achieve little or nothing in that kind of environment.
Wow.
So the government must make sure, and that's the primary responsibility of government, is to protect life and property and to look after the welfare of the people. That's the functions of the government. So like I said, The government must create an enabling environment where people will be proud to say, okay, I belong to this country, and they save for all and sundry. And again, the job production must be encouraged. We have people who with business ideas, but they have little or no capital to do anything. So government must make sure they open a platform for them where they can secure capitals for them to run a particular business. And if we're able to do all this, I tell you most solemnly, Nigeria will be, will be a global and a leading figure among the Committee of Nations.
Wow, that's a lot, Doctor. Thank you so very much for that massive contribution. There you have it, viewers, on Economy Today on TVRC. Doctor has been able to address the issue of what MSME signifies here in Nigeria, as well as its relationship with secular flow of income and its impact on economic development. He has also been able to touch on how production and diversification can be channeled towards ensuring that this economy is improved, as well as the role of the government towards making this work. So I hope you've been able to enjoy your time. I remain your humble host, Olaniun Oluwatobiloba. Thank you once again, Doctor, for honoring our invitation today. Take care. Till next time.